Hello, today I'd like to show you how we process lockbox documents, and sometimes we refer to these as eLockbox documents. And essentially what you have is a document that contains multiple different types of correspondence that are then kind of combined into one big old PDF document, and we got to process those and extract that information and do something intelligent with it. So here's an example of a document where it's been prepared as a lockbox. We typically would see some sort of table of contents which describes what this file includes. There would be some sort of scan divider or divider per document, and then we would actually get into the document. And then that cycle repeats where we have another scan divider, and then we potentially have another document, and then we'll see another scan divider, and then lastly, our last document here. So this is very common in healthcare and financial fields where we just see these sort of collaboration of documents into one big old PDF, and now we have to parse those. What you see here is a multitude of different document types. So we may have a discharge summary, which is kind of part of a patient record. We may have a denial letter, which belongs to the patient, needs to be filed appropriately. And then we may have an explanation of benefits document, where of course we want to extract the information from there and support that and extract that to our claim system downstream. This is very common of a setup for us, and what I'd like to do is show you how we process this with ABBYY Vantage. So what I've done is I've actually uploaded this document into ABBYY Vantage, and you'll see here we were able to take that one big PDF and separate the individual documents. You can see the first page here is determined as a table of contents. Our second page, if you remember, is now we start the scan divider in this specific example. And then, of course, we get to the actual meat and potatoes, which is our lockbox. And you'll see that here. And what we've decided is that this is a denial letter. We know the patient. We know all of the metadata on the document. And then, of course, we know that this is actually in a denial. Here is the final decision on it. And then in proper format, we saw the scan divider, and we were able to extract any information off of that. So sometimes these scan dividers actually give us good transactional information. Oftentimes they're done by batches, and there's a transaction number. And then, of course, we got our next document, and we've been able to classify that. Classification means we determine the document type. So we've now determined automatically that the document type for that fifth page is a patient record. So I'm able to find patient record information such as ID number, date of birth. What is the type of document? Is this a discharge summary? Is this medication review? Is this a physical and history document, etc.? And then lastly, of course, our last document here was our explanation of benefits. So on an explanation of benefits, we may want the insured's name, we may want the patient information, we may want member details, we may want date of birth, and of course we want claim sort of information off the document. But this is a very common use case, and the ABBYY Vantage gives us the ability to quickly, within minutes, set up a process where we automatically take a big PDF. We tell the software how to classify the individual pages. And then, of course, based on the document type, we will extract the critical information off of that document. This gives us the ability to pass this information, both the individual document and its metadata, downstream to our document management system and potentially claim adjudication system, or whatever our process is downstream, so that we have both the document and its metadata that we've extracted from it.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, would you do me a favor and click the like button, the subscribe button, and even click that notification bell so that you can be notified when we post new videos. Thank you.